it was a disappointment. The score was a disappointment. Johns Hopkins is a great program and certainly justifiably in the top 10 in the poll. And we're just not at that level. And, you know, there's no shame in that. But I was disappointed, and the kids were disappointed also at how we played. You know, I just didn't think we played at a level, like a mental toughness level, that we needed to against teams like that. So we're going to work on mental toughness this week. The kids rebounded well. The only reason this could be a big negative is if we don't learn from it. So we're going to get back at it and learn from our mistakes and bounce back this next week. You know, I got a lot of confidence in our guys, and you know, up to this point in the year, that's kind of a one time where we didn't play really well. Preseason went great. Our 2 scrimmages, I thought we executed really well. So we're just going to learn from our mistakes and move on to our next opponent. Even in 2019, you know, our playoff year, I think Waynesburg was 1-9, and we only won by 8 points. So they're a team that has moved the ball against us and scored some points. And they did an excellent job in their first game against Gallaudet doing that. They have a very sound offense with very good players. Their quarterback, they have a 2 running back system they use, a great receiver that didn't play against Gallaudet. So they're going to be a challenge on offense. And defensively, I think they're playing a lot of young people. They played a ton of people against Gallaudet. A little bit harder to evaluate because Gallaudet is a triple option team. So I think we're looking at an improved team. They have a new head coach, and he's doing, I think, a really good job of getting his kids in good positions to perform. So, yeah, this will be a bounce back week, and we've got to play well. And we're going to focus on us and not necessarily the opponent. And I think if we correct our mistakes and play the level we're capable of, I'm sure we're going to be very competitive.
Hi, my name's Michael Wojkowski. I'm a senior business management major and a receiver on the football team here at Case Western. A long-term injury I've had from high school, and I tore my groin my senior year, complete tear of, I think, like 5 muscles in the groin area. So long-term lingering from that has just sort of caused some longer-term overcompensation, so other parts started to go. Rehabbing, it's honestly important for probably every athlete, but especially in the ones, you know, if you're more prone to getting injured. I mean, if you talk from a mental standpoint, it's definitely a challenge, and you have to overcome that adversity, not being able to be out there, or just having to watch your teammates practice without you. And I mean, you can either, it can be tough on people, but for me, it sort of made the rehab more rewarding and made it more motivating for me to want to complete the rehab. So I have a goal to get back out there with my teammates. But it really, if you want to get back to where you're at, it takes a lot of dedication, a lot of sacrifice. It can be really painful, not just physically for an athlete, just because you want to compete and not being able to perform at the levels you're used to. So definitely it shows a lot of resilience and character. It just brings out how much you love what you want to do to get back out there. And Jay, the trainer here, he's a good friend now. You know, I see him all the time. You know, we hang out a lot, doing different warm-ups, talking to my trainer about getting a dynamic warm-up, like a special warm-up, especially focused on areas where I've had injuries and stuff. So that way he knows the injuries I've had from back home. And just getting a warm-up that helps loosen up those areas and work on certain things that we might not get in our holistic team warm-up that we use before games. The love of the game I have and what football has offered me. And I think that's a lot of the same for a lot of us Division III athletes who aren't getting paid or don't receive a lot of external benefits from playing the sport other than having the satisfaction of going out there and getting to play a child's game, play what you love, and being able to play with your teammates, your brothers, sisters, depending on your sport. And that's really the driving factor for me. Is football, like I said, has offered a lot to me. It's given me an opportunity to get a great education here at Case, and it's something I've done my whole life. So, I mean, probably since I was 5. So without it, I mean, it's like a weird empty hole when you aren't playing football in the fall.